again. Oh, I think it should work right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's working. Woohoo, it's back on.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, so I'm improving. Just like you guys are. I'm improving. Life is always about improving, right? Okay, your screen just went dark. So let me move your screen. I'm gonna add Ariana into the thing. Ariana, you don't mind, right?
No.
I already see Ariana
I
though.
already see
Yeah, I
Ariana
see
though.
myself on
Yeah,
there.
I see myself on there.
Oh wait now. Yeah. Oh wait now. Yeah.
Okay, so now this question, right? So the cool thing is you can use this. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Um, I'm gonna do y equal to um, yeah so I can clear this instead of going restart a calculator. I can always clear this. Do you see how I cleared it? You just press the clear button, and then I'm gonna do e. So I'm gonna do e. How do I do e? Second natural log, right? And you got x squared like this, and the minus 2. Are we okay here? And the second one is the
Yes.
square root of 4 minus x squared. And I should be able to graph this. Ooh, that's a nice graph. Okay. So Andrea says, um, that's fine, the intersections, right? And these are symmetric, so it's not hard to just find one and implement the other one, but I'm just gonna double check just in case. I'm gonna do second calc, so you need to be able to find intersections here. And that's gonna be press enter here, and press enter here. And then you should be able to find the intersection at x equal to negative 1.137. X equal to, do you see that?
I got negative
Three
1.136.
six.
No, it isn't then.
That's weird.
You're looking at
You're
intersection,
looking
Yeah,
right?
at
intersection.
Intersection, right?
yeah.
Wait, what did you say it was supposed to be?
According to my screen, it's negative 1.137.
Negative. Negative. Negative
Negative
1.136.
1. I got negative 1.136.
Okay, you know what? Maybe it's my calculator, it's not yours. Let me look at the answer key though. Maybe they have a different number. Actually, they have negative 1.1373, so I'm correct. But I don't know what you guys did wrong. But that's a small mistake. I'm not worried about that. Um, then what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to integrate, right? But remember, you already have the y1 and y2 on that. So you know y2 is on the top. Do you see that y2 is on the top?
Yeah.
Because y2 is the one on the top because they are semicircle. And that's the one thing I can tell. But if you're not sure, you can go back just and highlight one of them, and you should be able to tell which one is on the top. So let's unhighlight this. You should be able to tell that that is on the top. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go back and highlight that. And then so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go outside screen. Um, and this is positive 1.137 as well. So I'm gonna do math integral on the outside because this way is the best way to do it. I'm going to do the integral and between negative 1.137 to positive 1.137. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bars. I'm going to use that bars because I don't want to type the whole thing again. And I'm going to do y2 minus y1. And I'm going to do x here. And then when I press enter, it should give me a 5.050. Do you see how that works now? So we find the intersection is x equal to negative 1. I believe it's 137, right? Excuse me. So that's going to be integration of negative sorry. I don't know about you guys, but I have bad allergies.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's how I'm
that's how I'm
staying at home for
most
most of
spring
spring
break.
break.
I know, right? You can't even go out. It's like a nice day outside. You can't even go outside. Once you go outside, you start like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything
everything
starts
starts
acting up.
acting up.
Do you eat medicine?
I have like
I have like
allergy pills
allergy
and
pills
things
and
like
things
that,
like that,
but
but
it's like I
it's
have
like I have
contacts and stuff,
contacts
so
and
if I'm
stuff, so if I'm
out
out
on
on
like
like
the
the
pollen and
pollen
my
and in my
eyes,
eye, with
COVID
COVID
going
going
around,
around,
touch my
oh,
it's a mess.
it's a mess.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
mess.
So that's like the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm staying at home
I'm
because
staying at home because like my dad
kind
also
of
got
got
COVID,
COVID, so he's
so
in his
he's in
room
quarantining,
quarantining, and he has like
and he
the
has like
window
the
open to
window
like let
open
the
to like
air
let the air
circulate and stuff.
circulate and stuff.
But with the window open and the pollen
But with the window
we don't know if it
coming
feels
in,
bad
we don't
because
know if
of
it
the
feels bad
COVID or
because of
because
the
of the
COVID or
pollen.
because of the
Because the
pollen.
allergies always hit
Because the
him really
allergies always
hard.
hit
How's
him
he
really
feeling?
hard.
Is he
Just like
feeling okay?
so, it's just like yeah, he's feeling okay. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not.
he's feeling
It didn't.
okay.
It
I mean,
hasn't
it's
hit him
not.
like
It
bad,
didn't.
bad.
It
Like he
hasn't
has
hit
like
him
a
like bad,
fever and
bad. But
stuff,
he
but it's
has
not
like a
going
fever
down.
and stuff. But it's
He
not
feels
going
better
down.
than
He
he
feels
did the past
better
like two
than he
days,
did
two
the
three
past like
days.
2 days,
It's just
3 days.
like fever, headache,
It's just like
chills.
But
fever,
it's not
He
headache,
like
didn't have an
it's
chills.
not like
appetite
it's
like he's
very
getting
He
it.
didn't have an
scary, right?
appetite like he's getting it.
No, I mean, he doesn't
No, I
seem
mean,
scared. He's
he
like,
doesn't
because
seem
like it hasn't
scared.
hit
He's
him
like,
as
because
hard
like it
as it
hasn't hit
has
him
for other
as
people.
hard as it has for
Like he
other
can still
people.
smell, he can still
Like he can still
tasting.
smell,
Oh
he can
yeah.
His
still
appetite is
tasting.
like
His
gone, but
appetite
it's
is like
coming back
gone,
slowly.
but it's coming back slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just bad for those that's like really bad immune system. Really bad
Yeah,
immune
Yeah, or do you have
system.
like a
Yeah,
pre-existing
exactly.
condition like diabetes and stuff like
Mhm.
that?
Mhm.
Okay, so next question. Now, next question is not a fair question. The reason why I don't think it's fair, but there's two things I would like to talk about this question. So let's go back and look at what's something is worth annotating about.
We have to use Riemann
We have
sum.
to use Riemann sum.
Riemann sum, okay. But the problem is this one is a really bad question because they didn't really tell you the left or right.
Yeah.
But what else is important?
The
The
acceleration and velocity.
acceleration and velocity.
What'd you say?
The acceleration and
The
velocity.
acceleration and velocity.
They give you acceleration, yes, and they want to look at for the
Mhm.
velocity. They're looking for the value of velocity, right? What else is important? What else is important?
Is it the approximate value?
What?
The
The
approximated
approximated
value?
value?
I don't know.
Okay, so well, no. What else?
The chart, the
The
table,
chart. Okay,
the
good.
table.
Chart. What else? The chart is a must, right? We talked about chart, table, and graph.
Yeah.
And equations. What else?
Um,
Anything contribute. And you might say something before already, but I don't, because sometimes I didn't hear you, so it doesn't mean it's wrong. So keep on telling me until I say no.
Like the from 0 to 8? The from
What'd
0
you
to
say?
8? From 0 to 8? From
0 to
0 to
8.
8?
Okay, that's important. What else? Anything else? Come on, there's a lot of word there. So you cannot just give it a try. Just don't worry about it. Just I will say wrong, but that's okay. What's the most? There's something that's very important here
Um,
that you didn't address.
is it is it the t equals 0?
Yeah, actually,
Or did we say that already?
not only that, t equal to 0 and connected to this. This is called a initial condition. And you gotta understand, initial condition is gonna become your best friend. Always look for initial condition. So at first, what happened? At t equal to 0, something happened. But they say, hey, can you find a velocity? How do you find velocity's acceleration is giving?
that isn't
Isn't
the
the
acceleration the
acceleration the
derivative of
derivative of
velocity?
velocity?
Yes, so if you do something, you're gonna get integral, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's write down integration between 0 to 8 of acceleration of t dt. Now, since we don't have a function to take integral of, but the closest thing to approximate integration is use Riemann sum. Riemann sums calculate the rectangles of each one. But since they did not tell you left and right, there's also something that's important. They say 4 subdivisions. Okay, 4 subdivision, that means I have 4 rectangles. But since they didn't use left and right, and there was a reason why they didn't say left and right, pay attention to endpoints. The endpoint is 2 and 2. So it doesn't matter if I use the right endpoint or left endpoint. So really tricky. It's like implying a lot of things. This is a really hard question. So student says, do I use the left and right? And they just get stuck there. They say, well, that's a question mark. Like trend, she says, I don't know what to do with this. So do I use the left or right? I say, well, does it matter, right? So those are the things that you should ask yourself as a student that look at the question. How do you look at those questions? So now I can use the trapezoid. I'm not using trapezoid. I'm using the rectangles. So each rectangle has width of what? What is my width of each rectangle? There was a 4 rectangle and 0 to 8. So that means each width is what?
2.
2. Good. Because it's 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So then I'm going to use the left Riemann sum. So it'll be 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4 plus 2 times 3. That's equal to 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6. That's equal to 10 plus 14. That's equal to 24. Now, is 24 my final answer? That's my question.
No, because we have to
No, you already
integrate it.
integrated. By finding the rectangles,
Oh,
you
right,
already.
right. Oh, right. Okay.
But what is missing? 24 is the most common put answer here, but it's wrong. Why is wrong? Oops. Ariana, your face covered the answer.
Oh.
Literally covered the answer. So let me move your face. Here. 24. Let me move here. There you go. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, learning to use new things is like so awesome. Once you figure out to do it, but
Yeah.
it takes forever to figure out. But why is 24 not an answer?
Because we're looking for like the seconds, not the like we're looking for like the top part of the chart. Okay.
Mm. You should see it in 8 seconds because I'm just put 3 asterisk mark on it. You should see it now. I just put 3 asterisk mark on it. You don't see it?
Initial condition.
Right. What's the initial condition?
That is T equals 0 4 feet per second.
Yeah, so I here you should add the initial condition.
Add 4.
So it'd be 4 plus 24. So the answer is 28. Now, on AP exam, make sure always including your financial initial condition into the answers in most cases.
Okay.
Oh, also, Mr. Adriana said, me and Ariana are echoing a
Is
lot.
it? Okay, let me reduce the sound. It usually helps. Okay, so now I need to figure out why it's editing. So let me do advanced audio. Um, So the answer is 28.
Okay.
Okay, can you let me check with her. Okay, let's go on to the next questions. Okay, do you guys know what's even function mean? Can you ask her if it's still echoing?
Yeah, I'll ask.
Filter, dedicate output, yes. Filter, dedicate output. I did that. Let me do filter, noise cancellation, noise, no, noise. Do you guys know what is mean by by
Um, I think we talked about this.
even function? What do you think about even function mean to you?
Isn't even like um absolute value, like negative is positive too?
Okay, so absolute value is even function, but even function does not mean absolute value. Um, so even function means like this, like something is symmetric to y-axis. So like this, that's even function. A parabola is an even function. Absolute value is an even function because they are symmetric left and right. So that means the area from here, right? The area from here, so let's just say between 0 to a. So area between 0 to a of f of x is equal to 2 times between negative a to a of f of x dx. So that's called even function. Does that make sense? Because 2 times, oh, I'm sorry, this is wrong. This is 2 times here. 2 times here. Sorry. 2 is in front of 0 to a. So they want a left side of the area, right? They want it between negative 7 to negative 1. But if you figure out 1 to 7, you are good. Because if you figure out 1 to 7, then negative 1 to 7 is going to be the same area. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they are symmetric. They are left side and right side, they are the same on the y-axis. So then if you figure out negative 7 to 1, can you figure out between 1 to 7? If you figure out 1 to 7, you are good. 1 to 7, f of x dx. Okay, so then that's equal to negative 7 to 1 of f of x dx because they're even functions. So if they're even, then you can figure out this part. So then you just have to figure out between 1 to 7. But since 0 to 7 of f of x is equal to integration from 0 to 1 of x at f of x dx plus integration from 1 to 7 of f of x dx. Does that make sense? Does you probably have to wait for 8 seconds.
Oh, I remember doing this.
I wanna be able to hear you, but
I got -4.
hey, I'm sorry about you. Is echoing right now? It's too quiet right now? But did you hear echo? No echo? Okay, Ariana, can you guys keep on talking?
Sure.
Do you guys understand so far?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I got it, but I'm not so sure. Cause like when we set up like the sum part, right? So
And
like
then you
it's
plug in the given.
right, but
Mhm.
where do we plug in for like the 1 to 7 part? Where do
That's what
we?
we're looking for. So like treat it as
Ah,
x.
got it. Okay, I see it. Okay. And so then it would be -4, like you said.
Mhm.
Okay, I get it. Wait, but isn't it asking for
No, I
negative
didn't hear
seven to
audio. Can
negative
you tell me
one?
what happened?
But like, cause it's even, so if you find 1 to
It's a,
7,
it's a,
it's the
it's
same.
a, it's a
Yeah,
echoing
got
or
it,
no?
got it. Okay.
Okay, cool, awesome. I think maybe I found a way. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
So -4. All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
-4 is
Yeah.
my answer.
Yeah.
And do you understand if left side and right side, if they are the same graph, then that's the same thing I can apply between 1 to 7 is the same thing applied to -7 to 1, -1.
Okay.
Okay. How are you guys doing?
Uh, good. I
You
did
have to go
better than
or
last
you want to
time.
finish this day?
I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, I don't know.
Okay, let's try to see if we can finish this today so that way it's faster. So the figure above the show graph of derivative of polynomial function, how many point inflection does this graph have? So this is f prime of x. So how many point do you think it has inflection point? This is actually a very good question. Start with Ariana. What do you think?
The inflection point is when it changes like the concave, right? The direction. So it'd be one. So wouldn't it be 4?
Yeah, I
Um,
think 4 too.
4 is the right answer. but do you know at which location? So I'm going to ask you, is here? Okay, we're going to say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Which 4 point?
I'm waiting for the stream to load.
So I just label all the points there. Transform.
B E
E, D, and F.
B, E, D, F. That's perfect. Yay. Is that fast? That's fast, right?
That one was easy.
Yeah, okay, so 40. How your face turned so big? Okay, so what does it mean by, what is the keyword here?
Mm-hmm.
is it the what quarter of a circle?
Okay, yeah, quarter circle, which is this part, right? Anything else?
Average value.
Average value. Ooh, good. What is the average value?
That's 1 over B minus A.
1 over B minus A. What else? There's more. Go look up the cheat sheet.
Yeah. Then the integration of A to B of f of x dx.
Oh, okay. So, what do you think A and B in this case is?
It'll be 0 and 12, right? Because that's the interval it's asking for.
Good. So it'll be integration. Damn, my stomach hurt. It's growling. 1 over 12 minus 0. So that is going to be 12 minus 0. So it'd be 0 to 12 of f of x dx. So how do you find the integration between 0 to 12 in this case?
Um,
Is it something to do with the ordered pairs they gave us?
Can you speak up, Andrea? Yeah, Andrea?
Does it have to do with 0, 4, and 8, 4?
Okay, 0, 4. 0, 4 to 8 and 4. 0, 4 and 8, 4. Okay, so yeah, it has something to do with that. But how do I find the area of this region? I'm gonna draw it for you. And maybe I'll help you even by color code different colors. So you guys gotta come up with a way to find out this. Do you see the color code?
Yeah, no.
okay, I see it now.
Wow, that's like 12 seconds today.
We would have to add the both areas, right? Like you like integrate that?
Yeah, for integration, not necessary. We talk about geometric ways to find integration, right? Because there's no functions, right? So can we
Yeah.
figure out the rectangle? Can we figure out the quarter circle?
Yeah.
Then that'll be the area.
Mm.
So 32 plus 4 pi.
32 plus 4 pi, I think that's excellent. But don't forget about 1 over 12.
Right. So
So now you need to use calculator.
Wait, what do we do with 1/12?
You have to times 1
that's
over
the
12.
outside.
You have to divide it by 12. Divide your answer to 12.
Mm.
So Ariana says it's 32 plus 4 pi. So that's equal to 1 over 12 times 32 plus 4 pi.
Three 3.7138.
That's so deep.
My stomach's talking to me.
3.714 rounded.
Is that the right answer? Let me see.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, that's right. Is that hard?
No, that
But
was
then you guys just have to understand what is going on, right?
yeah.
And this question I put on the two tests ago, 41. You guys, so when do you know you use calculator? The best way to tell that the thing is with the calculator is you see the answer choice or decimals.
Decimals. Okay.
And oops, let me remove this. Let me move it on the bottom. Do you guys know how to do this?
Um, the antiderivative wouldn't be integraling it, right?
Antiderivative also means integral, so yes, good. I'm gonna write
Oh,
that.
okay.
That's integrations. So g is equal to integral of f of x dx. So they want to find out what a g of 1 is. That means, and g of 5 is giving. So g of 5 is giving, is equal to 7. So it's giving. So if you integrate the f becomes g, then what's interesting is you can write down this integration of the roots of x squared plus 4x between, and the reason why I would choose this boundary is because they give us the boundary. So I'm going to do some 1 to 5. Why is 1 to 5? Because they say g of 5 is equal to 7, g of 1 is equal to something. But if I integrate the f, it's going to give me g. If I integrate the f, what I say is that g5 minus g1. And let's see if that makes sense to you. I forgot the x.
So do you just plug in stuff?
Yeah, just use a calculator. So I'm gonna use a calculator. Nice thing is I have a calculator on the side. Yeah. You don't know how excited when I see I can use this and I can do it properly now. It's like so cool. Um, can you guys see this calculator on the screen now?
Yeah.
The full calculator?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do I do third roots on the calculator? There's two ways to do it. How do I do it third roots? There's two ways to do it.
There's one in when you press math.
Yeah, there's one in plus math, but there's a second way to do it. What is the second way to do it? That's thinking about algebra. So what is the second way to do this?
Oh, doing the exponent. So it's like doing the equation of the thingy to the 1/3 power.
Yeah. So there are so many ways to accomplish, right? So your calculator is dead, and but you're alive, which is good. I'm gonna do to 1 to 5 here. And then I'm gonna do those two ways. You can do it to 1/3 power, but I would choose to do this because I think it's right here is really easy. Wait, let's do a third power. I don't want that. So let me do math. Maybe 4, right? There we go. Of x squared plus 4x. And dx. And then boom, you got 10.88. But is that the answer? 10.88?
No.
So what is the answer? What is my answer?
Mm. Wait, we subtract by 7.
Yeah. 7 minus that.
Yeah. So negative 3.88.
Yep, perfect. Oh, where's my pen go? Yeah, that's good. That's good. 4 more questions to go. We can do this. Yeah, I think almost fine tune all the thing up. If I can go back and watch videos, make sure it worked, then that's awesome. Okay, so this question is actually interesting, but the problem is you have to answer the keyword. So trending get this one, so that must means pretty hard. So let's read this question together. They says among A of T, a certain item produce a factor is given by this function, where T is the hour of production, which is beginning working day, 8 o'clock. At what time is rate of production? So let's just think about this in terms of SVA, right? Um, what is given here? SVA means position, velocity, acceleration. So what is giving here?
The acceleration.
Actually, no, not acceleration. That A, you think
No.
about it, acceleration, but that A
Right,
does not
right.
stand for acceleration. Look at the A of T. They say among A of T, a certain item produced in the factory is giving by. Multiple choice. Well, actually, true and false. SOV. It's not A, so it's SOV.
Wait, what's S again?
Huh?
Um,
It's SOV. Ariana, where do you think your dad catch COVID from?
Probably his workplace because like he always keeps his mask on and everything, right? And because it's either work or church because he goes to church every day. Oh, did. And then with the allergies and everything, he probably like touched something that was infected from like one of the customers or whatever at work. And then with allergies, he probably touched his face without washing his hands. And then
Well, what
that's
did
the only
he
thing that comes to
like?
mind.
Where did he work?
He works at Gino's Pizza, so like he's always in contact with people because he's at the restaurant.
Mm. So is he the one making pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true. Like every time I go out eat pizza, I'm thinking about what if the person catch a pizza. I was like, you know what? Hopefully they'll cook the COVID by the time
No,
they.
yeah, because like even if it is there, once you put the pizza in the oven, it should die.
Hopefully, right? I was like,
Yeah.
I actually just ate pizza yesterday, Domino's, and I was like, you know what? I don't know. Um, but then you are suspect everything that you do now. So like, I go take a kid swimming. I was like, what if a swimming pool has a COVID? And you're like, all this like overthinking, of what situation could be. But then, if you keep on live that way, it's kind of sad too.
Exactly. You're never
So
gonna live. You're just gonna be in fear the entire time.
yeah, so it's like really hard to choose like whether to live in the fear or live in like, I mean, like according to research, they say 1 out of 5 blood donor, they all have antibody already. So, and they didn't know they have it. So
Yeah.
20% already have it. And let's say we vaccinate like 40%, so we should be able to reach the herd immunity. But
Hopefully, yeah.
that's
We're
a
gonna get
that's a
tested later today though, because my mom got tested with my dad, and my mom came out negative. My dad came out positive because they did both tests, the quick test and the PCR test. So my dad got positive for both of them. My mom got negative for both of them. So once my brother like finishes school, because my brother's not on spring break since he goes to the private school, the Catholic school, he has spring break on like Holy Week. So he's in class right now. And then after that, we're gonna go and get tested to see how the rest of us are. But until then, if we're out in the living room, we all wear our masks, even though my partner is here.
That's crazy. Anyway, so to answer your to tell you guys like you guys don't want to choose like don't be afraid to fail. I mean, what's wrong to choose one? Do you think this is a s or velocity? Do you think this is a position or velocity function? Like, what's your gut tell you? And it's okay to be wrong.
Velocity.
Okay, so it turns out you're wrong, but that's okay. It's actually a position functions. Well, we're gonna explain to you why is that because you read a question, right? Look at the question on the bottom. They say what time is rate of production? So that's actually the velocity.
Mm.
Okay, so that means this function is the s. So in order to find the rate, what do I have to do?
Oh, integration.
No. If you have an
No.
s, how do you get to v? SVA. So this is the position, right?
Derivative.
Velocity. Yeah, derivative. Good.
Oh, if
So
you go down. Yeah.
yeah, and the nice thing is you don't have to use derivative by your hand. You can use derivative using the calculator. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to type in the 4,000. So I'm going to go use calculator here. I'm going to say that's equal to 4,000, right? Plus 48 times x minus 3. You don't need about worry about t, and you don't need to worry about the other one. So minus 4 times t minus 3. Minus 3 to the third. And this is actually to the third right here. So there's a button to the third. So now you learn how to use calculator. And then what I want to do, I want to take a derivative, right? How do I take a derivative? And not only I want to take a derivative, I want to graph the derivative. And there's a reason why. Because it's much easier to find a maximum. So do you guys know how to graph the derivative now?
I think so. Let's see.
Or since there's 12-second delay, I'm going to go first. 8 bar y bar function y1. And is x equal to x? X equal to y1? Okay. Wait a second. That doesn't make sense. Um, I did something wrong. By function y1, and this one's if you graph the function just x equal to x. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
And I don't highlight the original function. I only highlight the
The derivative.
derivative. Yes, and I'm pressing the graph. And obviously, I see two lines, right? So once I do y1 is equal to 4,000 plus 48 um, x minus 3 minus 4 times x minus 3 to the third power. Y2, I'm going to do d to the dx of y1 and x equal to x. And then I'm going to graph it. But when I graph it, I see two lines. There was a slight
Hmm.
problem. So we don't know how high this line go, so we cannot find the maximum. How to find the maximum? We're going to look at a peak, right?
Hmm.
So if I go look at a peak, if I go look at a peak, then I'm going to change the window. So I'm going to go to window. Why? Because I don't see enough height in this. So window maximum, I'm going to change into like maybe to 50, maybe enough. So if I change to 50 and if I graph it, yo, that's good enough. That happened to be good. I can see the peak. And then how do I find a peak? I'm going to do second calc, something called maximum. because we're on a maximum rate, because this is a rate function now. So I can find the peak. And I press enter, enter, and I should get 3, right? But 3 is not in the answer. Can you guys tell me why 3 is not an answer? There's no answers as 3. But let's read the question again. See if you can figure out is 3, what's 3 mean?
It won't let me graph it. Like for the window, right? I put 50 and then it just took me back to
Okay,
it said I
does
can't
it
graph
let you
it.
graph before you change the window? You see 2 lines.
Yes. Before, yes, but I couldn't see the peak or
Okay,
the
can you tell me what's your window? Can you show me a window screen right now and I'll tell you what's wrong with it?
okay, let me
Wait, Mr. A, how did you get the maximum again?
I do second trace, and there's a choice for maximum. And I'm gonna go to left bound and right bound and click enter. So I'm gonna do it slowly again. So it should show up in the after 12 seconds. So I'm gonna do second trace, and I'm gonna do maximum, and I'm gonna go left side of this peak. I'm gonna press enter. I'm gonna go right side of the peak. I'm gonna press enter, and I'm gonna press enter again. It should give me a 3.
mm,
Ariana, show me your screen out window.
I'm trying to get it set up again because I accidentally cleared it, so now it's loading.
Okay.
Mm. Okay. Let me.
Okay, so that change the Y max to 50. Because that just, like I don't know if Miss Hennigan let you use the microscope.
Yeah, we used it once.
So, once. Okay. So microscope is kind of like this. You can change the big of microscope. Except this one, we can decide what a microscope, how big is it. So we can go Y value and press graph right now.
Oh, okay. Now it worked.
But it didn't graph. Go back to Y equal to.
It's
It's
loading.
loading.
Oh, that's awfully
Yeah,
slow.
very slow.
Because you probably graph both function, right? Do you graph both function?
No.
Oh yeah, there's yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna do
Okay.
second trace and find the maximum because they want a max rate of change. So we're gonna go to maximum,
Okay. And then
and then you're gonna go
same.
left side of the peak and the right side of the peak. You're gonna press enter each time, and then when they say guess, you're gonna press enter again.
Mm, the colors change, but I don't see anything on the graph changing. And the numbers are changing, but I don't see anything on the graph. Like, oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
When I say left bound, press enter there. Yeah. And then press enter on the other side. Go to right bound. Go scroll to the right side of the peak. Go to the right side. You can be exaggerated a little bit. You don't have to be like right on the spot. Yeah, you can press there.
like,
Yep,
okay.
that's good. Wait, and
And
then
then,
guess, and you're gonna press enter again.
oh, okay.
At 2.99 or 3.00, right?
3.030.
Okay, so we just said 3. Um, but the answer 3 is not there. Why is that?
Because it's asking Because it's asking for the time.
Right, but look at the question. Can you tell me what is the right answer choice? If it's not three, what the answer choice, which one is going to fit to the situations?
Would it be 8 plus 3? So 11.
Exactly, because start at 8. 8 counts 0.
Yeah.
So it's 11. Because 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. So 8 is a kind of like initial condition. I start at 8,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I didn't start at 12 o'clock at midnight. I start at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And they love this kind of question a lot. Um, let me see. Okay, so we're gonna look at this question, 43. F of x, f prime x, f double prime x has following property. F is negative, which is so this one you have a scenario based. Like you want to think about all the scenario happens. They say f is negative between negative infinity to 6 and 6 to infinity. So which one has the least numerical value? Okay, the condition 1 probably doesn't help. Only function is conditional 2. So let's look at condition 2. They say f is increasing. Increasing means what? What does increasing mean?
F prime is greater than 0.
Greater than 0. Good. And decreasing from a to infinity is f prime of x is less than 0, right? So let's go to look at the f of prime of 0. F prime of 0 is, we actually don't know. Um, f is increasing negative infinity to 8. Oh yeah, we do. Negative infinity to 8. So is f prime of 0 is positive or negative?
Um, is positive
They both positive. Because
because
negative infinity to 8 is positive, right?
yeah, it's
And
increasing.
f prime of 6 is also positive. Are we okay? They both are positive.
Yes.
Okay, let's go look at choice C. Choice C says f double prime is 4. So f double prime is 4. 4 is between negative infinity to 10. So is that negative or positive?
Mm, is that negative?
That is a negative. Yes, because it's concave down. That's a negative. So they want at least numerical value. So that's a good start. So it's definitely not A and B because of both A and B is positive. How about f
So
of
if it's
12? What's f of 12?
positive,
It's a positive. So automatic exclude A, B, and E. Now f double prime of 10. Hmm.
it's inflection point.
It's an inflection point. So that means what? Good. You actually just helped me because I actually didn't know. Because they said negative 10 to 10 is down and 10 is up. So what makes f double prime 10? It's an inflection point, so double derivative has equal to 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which one has the least value?
The the negative one.
Right, f double prime is 4. It's a very cool question. It really tests you like how you should think. So I like IP exam in this way. I don't like it help you if it help you in college, but I do like to say, okay, this is just process elimination. Actually, those kind of questions really helped me when I was trying to take a medical school classes. It's called biochemistry. In biochemistry, is like this. Like there was a three conditions, and they want you to figure out, you know, the answer choice is like one and two only, one and two, one only, two only, and one, two, three all true. And so you really had to think about the deeper end of the story. It's not just only the cover, that's not the skin of the story. We're not worried about 44 because that's called half value. We haven't covered that. 45, I'm just gonna do it really quickly because I know you guys want to go now. Two, so I'm just gonna graph on because two, this is actually the initial conditions. Do you see that F2 is equal to 10? That's the initial conditions. We're gonna go question 45. And they say they want to know best approximate maximum value. Maximum value happened right here at f of 6. Because when they pass that, it's going to go become negative again. So this part is interesting. That you just have to add up each square. And each square is how many? Well, each square, this is a 1, this is a 5. So this must mean 5. So those are the perfect one. And this is also 5 because that one is covered the other one. And this is probably 25 divided by 2. And I will say this one is about, you know, just do 1 5. I think that's enough. Oh no, sorry. Oh, this one is 1 5 right here. And this one is 1 5 here. Maybe 5 and more. So basically, you start with 10. This is the initial condition. And you're going to plus 10 plus maybe 20 plus maybe 30 and 30 and plus 25 with 2. And that should be good enough. So it'd be 10 plus 10, 40, 40, 100, 100, and probably 110. So it's E. So basically, I just count it's like a fundamental theorem calculus. You have to find out the maximum. Maximum is at the end and between positive to negative. So it's going to be 6 and just count it all up. And that's it for today. And thank you. I'm gonna go back to watch a video. Hopefully there's no echoing at all. If there's no echoing, we're gonna fit more student in here. But if it's echoing, then I cannot fit more student in here. But does this help you guys?
Yes.
Okay. Um, and hopefully you can do the packet 2 by yourself. Now you got a little bit of background, so you're gonna for sure answer more than 2 questions, right? You
Yeah.
probably can get probably 15 or 20. And some of them you might get it wrong, but that's okay. You guys start doing things on your own now. So packet 2, do it on your own. We're still gonna go over slowly, but so this first video is first few video is to help you to cover first 45, and just teach you how AP way of thinking and how does me thinking when I go and do this problem. And sometimes I do this question wrong too. It's not entirely like all the time. Like when you just remind me like the inflection point, then I actually didn't know what an f double prime of 10 was going to be. But that was a perfect thing. Like Andrea said, that's the inflection point. That inflection point, that means double derivative is equal to 0. So if it's equal to 0, it's gonna be greater than negative sign. So therefore, negative sign win. Okay. So hopefully they help you, and I'm getting better. Thank you, you guys. Right. So we kind of benefit mutually. Um, and I'm getting better on making the calculator on the screen, make iPad on the screen, make Andrea and Ariana on the screen, and hopefully there's no echo after I go watch your videos. So Anyway, okay, I'll see you next time. Thank you, and
All right. Bye, mister. Thank you.
no
Thank
problem.
you.
Have a
No
great
problem.
day.
See
Bye.
you.